Is it rolling?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm here at BigFoot, and I'm here to introduce a brand new product that we've just developed called the BigFoot DES, and that's a new dust extraction system for the long term here for your Dewalt 788 or your Delta Model 4690 saws. It'll fit either saw, the same saw, different names. And boy, is this an awesome new product. This totally eliminates all your dust collection problems with your saw. And it's a very, very simple permanent install. And I'm going to walk you through the installation process here. But I'll tell you, you put one of these on your saw, you're going to be really happy. Now, if you happen to have one of our BigFoot lift and lock systems right here, what you want to do first of all here is simply raise the saw up and get the arm out of the way. So you lift it and you lock it. Very popular item with a lot of you people. And the next thing here that you want to do is you want to remove the table off of the saw. Of course, you've already removed your blade. Make sure you take that out. And to do that, of course, you all know this. You just simply remove the bottom big knob here off of your saw, just like that. And set that aside. And then you simply pull your table forward, and that removes the table. Now, the next step, just a few steps here to go, is you see this black arm that's located right there? Well, that's a non-functional arm that's on there. So what we want to do is we want to remove that. You just use a little hex nut, screwdriver, and just take the screws out and remove this arm. So we take 1, 2, and remove the arm. And you just want to set this aside, put it in your toolbox or whatever so you don't lose it. And then just go ahead and replace your screws so you don't lose those either. Real quick, real simple. Remove that off, put your screws back in so you don't lose them. And we're ready to go on to the next step. And the next step here, folks, is very, very simple also. This is the base of your saw. You want to turn it upside down like we have it here. And you'll notice that you have this hollowed out area here right in the center of your table. And this is where we're going to place our new DES system, the dust extractor system. So what you want to do, you'll notice that this is round also, and this fits perfectly in the hole in your saw, as you can see right there. Fits right in there, right snug. And what you want to do when you place this into here is you want to take this big hole, that's where your nozzle is, and place that to the front of the table. So you line it right up with this little arm right here, or little indentation here in the saw. That gives you a good center point, so you line that straight in. So what we're going to do, because this is a permanent installation, all you need to do when you receive this product is have some 2-part epoxy. That's what we highly recommend to use. And for this demonstration purposes here, I've purchased some 2-part epoxy from Lee Valley. And what you want to do is mix up 2 equal parts, of course. And I give a very, very generous amount of glue. Mix this up. So this is part 1. And then we take our part 2 here, and we're going to mix these 2 together. Like I say, I use quite a generous amount here. You want to make sure that this is sealed really well once you install this. So you take your 2 amounts, then you take your little application stick here, stir it up really good. Make sure you've mixed it all really, really well. And what you're going to do is you're going to place this on the edge, the inside edge. Now this is the bottom, this is what faces the bottom of the machine. This is what's going into the machine here. You take this and set it in. So on this ring that you see located here, we're going to insert our epoxy glue. And like I say, use a nice generous amount all the way around the bottom of the ring. And just bear with me here. You might be a little less messy than me, but this gives us a nice permanent installation here. You'll never ever have to remove this ever again once it's installed. So we just take this and install it. And wouldn't you know it, I didn't mix quite enough glue, so I'm just gonna, I probably did, but we'll mix enough here so we got a nice even coating. And as you can see, I've got that strung around there pretty good, even leaking a little bit there on the sides. So once again, what we want to do now, once your epoxy is there, and this is a 5-minute quick set epoxy, you take this and simply place it down into the base hole here of your saw table. And once again, make sure that you line this hole up with this line, and it's facing the front of the machine. And the other hole, it simply allows for the blade to go through the saw as usual, as normal there. Now, for demonstration purposes, to speed this up a little bit, and you might want to try this yourself at home also, doesn't hurt to add a little extra glue, we also have a hot glue gun here with us. So what I'm going to do, just so I can continue on with this process here real quickly, I'm going to also run a bead of this hot glue. I don't think I have enough hot glue, but I'm going to run a bead all the way around the saw, or the DES, the dust extractor system. So that way I have a really nice seal all the way around the whole system. And of course, hot glue, it sets up pretty darn quick, as we all know. Not near as strong as your two-part epoxy. I wouldn't recommend using only hot glue, but if you want to, you can seal the edge there really well with a little hot glue after you've installed your two-part epoxy. Yeah, it never hurts to add a little extra holding power, although we haven't had any problems with it coming apart whatsoever. So what you want to do, and that's basically it, folks, you've installed the DES, new dust extraction system, into the plate, into your table plate there, and now it also comes with your extractor tubing here, and it's real simple to install this. You just simply take this and push it in. You notice that there's a little ring around here, so what you're going to do is you're going to push this in until that actually seats right in there. And this gives you a 360-degree swivel, which is really nice because then you can set your hose on your extraction system there at any angle that you like. It's really cool. Once it's in there, you don't have to worry about it. Now this hot glue is set up pretty darn good. I think we're good to go here. Like I say, the two-part epoxy, you should probably give that at least about 20 minutes to set up really well. If you've got the two-part 5-minute, I always give it an extra few minutes. So what we're ready to do here next is reinstall our table. So I'm just going to spin the saw back around here, and put the table back onto the unit. And that's real simple again. It's nice, boy, using that BigFoot lift and lock there, because it keeps the arms way out of your way there. And I always have trouble putting this thing in, especially getting the screw in there, but that's just me. And then you want to take your bolt, of course, that's through there, and reinstall your knob. Okay? Now remember that your bushing goes inside of your track there, so take a look down there. You want to put that bushing on there, and that goes inside of the track, just like that. And then take your knob and install this. I got to tilt it a bit to hold the bolt, and there we go. So then we just install this back on, and we're all set to go. Now, you can take your table, of course, and you can set it back to square. You all know that it's got that little bump in there. It just locks it in so it's level. And the next thing, of course, we want to do is we want to reinstall our blade. Once again, if you're using the lift and lock system, simply release it, drop your arm down, that brings that down, take your blade, remember to put the teeth down. I'm sure all of you know that, but and all you want to do is insert this up through your table, because you have the two holes now here, and lock it in your bottom down here, if you can see, down below. You just lock it in there. Put your blade in place. Oops. Get this in here. Heck, if I can do it, anybody can do it, right? So you want to lock that in there. And once that's locked, and, oops, like I say, if I can do it, anybody can do it. I missed the slot there on it. So I'm going to redo this. So you want to shove it up through the two holes. Just like that. Get it into your locker here on the bottom. Hopefully I get this right this time. Turn it, lock it in. Take your top one. Same deal. Lock your blade back in. And you're all ready to go. Put your tension on, and away we go. Now I want to actually show you how efficient this system is. And to do that, I got an old scrap piece of pine. You know darn well, pine really creates a lot of sawdust here. So I'm going to take this and just plug the saw in here real quickly. And I'm just going to cut a little bit here on this, and you'll be able to see, if you watch down below, you'll be able to see all the dust that falls down through that we're all so used to, and it's creating quite a mess, and having to clean that up all the time. Okay, so I'm just going to run that through. And as you can see, all that sawdust falling down there into the base. Oh, it's creating such a mess. Below, Wayne, not above. So as you can see, all that sawdust down below, okay? And that's always been our big complaints, hasn't it? Getting all this dust everywhere. Now, I'm going to go ahead and clean that up real quickly. And we'll just take my vacuum here real quick. And we'll just take all that dust away. Okay? And remove the mess from down below. There we go. And the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and hook the vacuum system up to this. Now the beauty of your new extraction system, folks, is you actually have a 1-inch adapter on here, and that is the standard for any in-home vacuum system. So you don't need to hook your shop back up to this. You could make an adapter, I suppose, if you really wanted to, but here I just have a filter queen, okay? And there's the end of my hose for my filter queen. I'm just going to place that over top of the nozzle here, and we're all set to go. That's it, okay? Turn your saw on. Got to have it plugged in, or it doesn't work. And we'll plug it in over here. And now we're going to make our next cuts here with the dust extraction system on here. Now it's going to be a little noisy. I'm going to turn the vacuum on here, let that run, okay? And as you can see, if you had any dust here on the top, it's going to go away right away. But I want you to watch down below and just watch this, because you're going to see that virtually no dust passes back now onto your table. Totally dust free. You see that? Isn't that amazing? You don't have that problem anymore. You don't have all that dust building up. You get dust on your table, you can simply sweep it in there. Okay? Here you go. It'll suck it right down in there. So you just take this, once again, look down below, folks, and you'll see, I'm not very good at holding it, there's no dust passes through the system. Isn't that amazing? And that's our brand new Dewalt DES dust extraction system that you can also use, like I say, on your Delta model 4690s. But it's a brand new product, great product. Hope you enjoyed it. We're going to have it for sale on our website here very, very shortly.